Hey everybody, it's John here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today in LoveChoice. This is going to be another visual novel, and this guide will cover our first playthrough. So this game's going to be a little different than most traditional visual novels. First off, there are going to be no options we can mess around with, so just head straight to Start, and make sure you start the leftmost option, which is going to be Love Game. Once you load in, you're going to get through the first bit of text. You can't really fast forward through it, so just mash A to skip through it. Once you get to the first choice, instead of picking a choice, what you want to do is you want to make sure you click on this painting right here. There are going to be a few instances where you can either stick to the traditional visual novel choices. However, more likely than not, you're going to have to use the point and click option and point to something on the screen and then click on it. So if you happen to pick that painting, you should be good for the first achievement. There it is. It's going to be for 30 gamer score. Moving on to the next segment, we're going to be on this phone screen. Make sure you click on Twitter. That should bring up this Twitter feed. To get the next achievement, which one is you want to make sure you click on all of the hearts in order to like all of the tweets. So just scroll down with the right stick and just keep clicking on all of the hearts. Even when the choice pops up, make sure you don't click on anything to make a choice. Just keep clicking on the hearts. Once you like every single tweet, you should be good for the next achievement called Like It All for 30 gamer score. Once you get your achievements, we're going to play the game like a traditional visual novel and get to choice picking. There's going to be 4 sets of choices. There's going to be a pretty big gap between them, so be a little patient on having them pop up. But once they pop up, just make all the choices in the right order, and then we should be done for this segment. Then we're going to have to play a little mini game right here in order to get some movie tickets. So what you want to do basically is you want to make sure you confirm by hitting play. This game is basically going to have these files fall down from the top of the screen, and what you need to do is you need to make sure you click on the colorful ones instead of the black ones. You're going to need 11 total. It's going to be pretty simple for this first part, but the game is going to get a little faster and there's going to be more things to click. So once you have 7 tickets under your belt, the game is going to shift into a game of shell game. Someone is going to play magical hats, and basically one of the tickets is going to hide under one of 3 hats. Then the game is going to shuffle them around. All you have to do is just make sure you keep your eyes on it, and then make sure you click the right one. It can get a little frustrating, especially later on once you have to do 2 items. So try your best to keep focus on this. If you do fail, you're going to have to restart from the start of the minigame, unfortunately. So you do have to sit through this, but this is going to probably be the most challenging achievement of the playthrough. So try to be a little patient with this one, but once you get this one out of the way, it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out. Once you get all 11 tickets, make sure you pick I think I've had enough to quit out, unless you are a masochist and want to play the game because you enjoyed it so much. You should get an achievement once you are done with that called Gourmet Master for 90 gamer score for scoring 11 out of 11. Then we're going to be in this scene at the movie theaters. What you want to do is want to make sure you mash the A button through this. And then once you get to the choice, make sure you pick choice 1, which is going to be the Sichuan hot pot. We should transition over to this state where we are walking through space. We're going to get another choice right here. Instead of picking a choice, make sure you click on the couple's hands. They should hold hands, and that should move us on to the next part. Again, for this segment, make sure you ignore the traditional visual novel choices, and you want to make sure you click on the picture. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure you match up the cats. You want to make sure you grab the one on the shelf on the left, and then the one sitting out here in the open on the right. That's going to be the first item you match. The second item you need to match are going to be the headphones on the right, and then the guitar and speaker on the left. Once you get that, you're going to have the third item, which is going to be the game console on the left, and then the handheld console on the right. So basically, you're matching things that can match with one another thematically, and that should take care of this segment. Once you are done matching, make sure you let the little speech bubbles disappear. Then what you want to do is want to make sure you pull back on the right analog stick. Make sure you keep the stick pulled, and then you have to do this matching with these little thought bubbles. You want to make sure you match the most right with the upper left to match the two keys. Then you want to make sure you grab the bottom left with the middle right to get the two hearts. And then finally match the left middle with the upper right in order to match the last symbol, which is going to be a star. So once you get those three matched, you should be done with this part of the segment. For this segment, make sure you do not click anything. So just leave the controller alone and just let the angry speech bubbles dissipate, and then we should be good for this part. So make sure you don't do anything, just set the controller aside and make sure you do not click on anything, either the picture nor the choice. This segment is going to be fairly simple. All you have to do is just click on the boy character who's going to be sitting on the couch and then just drag them over to the right until he is going to be all cuddled up next to the girl character and the cat, and just let them have their conversation. Alright, last gameplay segment of the playthrough. Make sure you do not pick any one of the two choices. Instead, what you want to do is make sure you click on all of the pieces of trash. They are going to be conveniently highlighted in blue for you. That should get you the next achievement, take balance for a 30 gamer score. After that, we're going to have one last cutscene that we can just hammer the A button through to get to the ends, but this is pretty much going to wrap it up for this first playthrough. This should take anywhere from about 9 to 10 minutes or so, so very quick. So once we wrap this up, we should be good for our first playthrough achievement. There it is, a great lover for a 90 gamer score. Check back soon at next time where we're going to do our second playthrough, but that's it for now, and that's all there is to it.